Hello dear students, good morning to all of you. In the previous class, we have completed our third chapter, that was planning. Now, today we have to start the new chapter, that is organizing. In this series, we have to learn about the different terms of organization and different terms of organizing the different departments and different activities and the different resources, and to establish the relation between the resources and different departments and activities so that a specific goal of the organization can be achieved. So in today's class we will learn about, first of all, the meaning and definition of organizing. Organizing is the result of main word of organizing is organization, and organization is created from the word of organ. As we know that a single organ can perform a single work, but if these organs are going to be combined together, and after combining these organs together, individual creates, or either this individual is living individual or artificial individual or artificial person, it can perform various work due to the collective effort of the different organs. Similarly, in the business organization, once objectives and plans are laid down or set it up by the management, then they have to identify and establish the productive relation between various activities and resources for implementing plans. Because when, as we have already discussed in the previous class regarding the plans, either it is single use plans or standing plans, but when the plans are prepared, then first of all we have to think about how to implement it. What are the resources will be used for implementation of the particular plan? So they have to identify and establish the productive relationship between various activities and resources, and they have to arrange everything in proper order or in proper sequence so that the resources can be used in most efficient way and the results can be aimed or targeted, the results which are aimed or targeted, that can be achieved easily for the common purpose. So in terms of organizing, in other sense, simply we can say that this is the process of identifying the group, identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work for most effectively together in accomplishing objectives. It means while organizing, so organizing is required for implementations of the plan so that the definite goals or the objectives or the targets of the business can be achieved, and this can be achieved by grouping the different activities, clubbing the different activities, combining the different activities. In other words, simply we can define the organization, that is, it is identifying and grouping different activities in the organization, because in one organization different activities are performing in different way. So all these activities are going to be combined together, or groupings of these activities are being made, and bringing together the physical and financial human resource to establish most productive relationship for achievement of a specific goal of the organization. So dear students, in simple way we can say that organizing means combining the different resources, especially physical resources and human resources, in such a way and creating a kind of coordination, and they are clubbed together, grouped together, so that the specific or goal of the organization can be achieved or can be targeted easily. Now, while making the organization or while organizing the different terms or different things, there are some process of organizing. So first of all, we will learn about the steps involved in the process of organizing. So first is identification of division of work. As we have already discussed it in Fayol's theory, that division of work is required. So identification of division of work. So as we are dividing the work, the total work should be divided in specific job according to the predetermined plans. It means which job is going to be done by whom. These all things must be predetermined. As we have already discussed in the chapter planning, that planning is meant for what to do, how to do, when to do, and by whom it to be done. So while dividing the work, if it is predetermined that who will do it, so the work must be given to the specific person who can perform the work easily, who can perform the task easily, or who are skilled or specialized in that particular work. So here first is identification or division of work. In this term, first is job, then allotment of the job. Before allotment of the job, first of all we have to know about the job. So job is a set of related tasks that can be performed by an individual, and that should be, or it should have, a specific and definite task to be performed. So job has a criteria that the particular task must be performed, and as far as possible it should be defined expected result along with the job. It means, suppose that we have to bring the water from the canal, and we are making, but we are unable to bring the water from the canal, then it will be said that job are not performed. So it is not a job. Jobs are well defined that you have to perform, and in that job the expected results must be there. So results must be defined. If someone is asking to bring the stars from sky, if anyone is appointed for this, then it is not a kind of job, because there is no certainty in that particular work. So job means which have a certain specific result, expected result is there. Second is division of work. So while division of work is equal to specialization of efforts and skills plus avoids duplication of work. It means the work should be given to those who are effortful and skillful, plus they do not perform the work of copy and paste. There is no matter of duplication. They are not going to copy the term done by others. They are using their own skill, they are specialized, they are using their own efforts. And if the work is given to that person, works are going to be divided among that person, that is known as division of work. So in the case of management, it must ensure that all the activities required to achieve organizational objectives are identified. So if we are going to achieve the organizational goal, so goals are must identified, and works must be divided among the people, among the subordinates, among the employees according to their skill and effort. Now next term is departmentalization. In this process, it refers the grouping similar and related jobs into large unit called departments. It means if in the similar work or jobs so many persons are there and they all are skillful in the same field, and these are combined together, then it is known as the creation of department. And under this department, someone is appointed as the very specific person, that is known as department head. Next is departments are linked together and are interdependent. After that, it aims at achieving coordination and facilitate unity of action. Departmentation can be done on the basis of, so while achieving the coordination and facilitating the unity of action, departmentation can be done on the following basis. First is functions. It means marketing, personnel and finance. Second is product, that is textile, chemical, power, division, etc. And third is territories, western, northern, central and eastern. These are the regions. So dear students, departmentalization must be there. Until or unless we are not creating different departments, departmentalization of particular work is not going to be done, or segregation is not going to be done in the different departments. It is quite impossible to achieve the organizational goal. So the purpose of the organizing will not be successful. So while organizing, the second step is creation of departmentalization. Third is assignment of duties. So under this process, organizing is to define the work of different job position and allocate work accordingly. And once departments are formed, the department is placed under the charge of an individual, as we have already discussed in departmentalization, and these persons are known as department heads. These persons are known as department heads. Next is jobs are assigned to an individual who are the best suited to perform it. Yes, while assigning the duties or the jobs must be assigned to those people who are performing well, or who are eligible for that particular job. Next is qualification, experience, ability and aptitudes of people should be matched with the duties. For example, activities of finance should be assigned to persons having qualifications and experience in finance, like CA, CS, MBA in finance. So while assigning the job, their qualification, experience, ability, aptitude, these things must be kept in mind while the organizing the terms or organizing the plans. Next is establishing reporting relationship. It is required in every business enterprise for granting requisite authority to enable employees to perform the job satisfactorily. Next is it is also required, or it is also establishing for superior subordinate relation between different people and job positions created so that everybody knows from whom he is to take order and to whom he can issue order. So reporting relationship and establishing reporting relationship, this is mandatory, that who is responsible for whom and who is accountable for whom. So, and next is it creates management hierarchy, that is a chain of command from the top manager to the individual at the lowest level. And it also helps in coordination, because when a reporting relationship is being established, it helps in creating or establishing relationship or establishing coordination in the organization. So dear students, now I think you have understood the definition of organizing and how the organizing process can be performed in an organization. Thank you.